Hi everyone. I'm happy to say that my guides have guided me, allowing me to give a energy breakdown of our connection to the energy and any hints, clues, and descriptions so that we can not be so surprised, I guess, when certain things in our collective energy are sort of set in motion. Although there's obviously changes because we're not knowing exactly our decisions one moment to the next. It's all unfolding of how we choose. There is still that wider aspect of the energy current and getting ideas of how we're all connected in that. And this assists us. So I wanted to do this kind of thing for a while, and I wondered when, and it seems it's been building because there was contemplation of it last year. And so I hope you get something out of this. I hope you enjoy it in some way. It gives you some highlights to look forward to, or kind of having your awareness that, oh yeah, this is kind of happening for me now, or I can see this happening outside of me, and so I'm kind of aware. So after beginning writing it, which it might be 2 or 3 videos for the year, so at the moment I've got a recap of January and then February, March, April, May, a bit more detail. So, but overall, when I started writing it down, the theme overall that's really important at the moment, which is sort of like, I guess you could say the undercurrent support of why everything's happening, is that 2026 is integral respect for what we cannot see. So we all know that over however long we've become aware of it, that we're becoming more aware of and understanding how our internal world plays a part with the whole, like the cosmos, the universe, the planetary, but also how our individual planets, ourselves, in our same human design but unique souls. We're becoming more aware of how this all is our wholeness. It all plays a part, so that we move forward and there's more of a opening fresh air to that, rather than past tense was tense. There's enormous amount of blocks to different facts that would come up to say, oh, take a bit more of a holistic aspect view of this. And we would and we wouldn't, and then you'd hear some other things. And so yeah, the collective was unsure, doubtful, extremely densely critical. But now we're in a space that we've all been working towards. So integral respect for what we cannot see. It's like, it's not a demand, it's just the energy. We're developing this integral respect for the sacred. It's not under any heading, but it's in us all as a part of our wholeness. So let's get going then. And what I've got written I just feel like a lot of us would have experienced this anyway, and what I talk about, it'll be easy for us to understand. So January felt like a burst, a powerful, like a power, and you couldn't describe it, but a powerful flow feeling, and it turned into the awareness that there was a calm, stable, powerful energy revealing itself. And that's the way it felt for me, because of all the changes we've been through. And then it was just like this fresh flow start, like a burst. So we probably would have come across things like having to face like resilience in ourselves. Just how resilient can we be in kind of treading water, like not in a negative way, but keeping ourselves resilient, like keep going. And we're definitely stronger for it. So whatever was going on for you, and it's definitely we've arrived at a growth, definite growth, like platform. Like we've made it. And now we're getting ready to take off into what we call Wisdom February. So it's like in that growth by the end of January, yesterday, I felt it and I was writing this. Well, it's been an accumulation over, I don't know how long, just recently. Wisdom February is fundamental new growth from a called forth newness, a birth. So inner power rise and rising. Wisdom speaks and takes a breath of newness, of fresh air. Fresh air is clear of heart wisdom. So it's like we've arrived into this newness. We're wiser for it. And the fresh air is clear. It's of heart wisdom. And that heart wisdom is because it's attached to its source. Like we've arrived where, even though we may not be conscious of it, what we've worked towards is that connection, that integral understanding of there is an unseen to us, an unseen world to us. This attached to its source means your white light vehicle vessel spark that runs at the chest. So this motion I'm doing is because like at its source, your heart at its source has this spark that runs at the chest. And so your whole vessel is here because of your soul. And so acknowledgement of that spark of you here with a heart in the chest, acknowledgement of this. There is no heart if there isn't this. So we must acknowledge we come from this light more now. And it's not like a demand or anything like that. It's just the energy. And it is more of a must, though. So we must remember that we have come forth from something else. We didn't just arrive here from two people creating. We arrived here because of the larger light that we're a part of. So this doorway that lights all power source entry and light forces that you spark and continue to, you are this creative source. So it's just emphasizing in February that there is a growth, and it's based upon us slowly but surely acknowledging and working towards clearing and having more of the gifts that come from that spark. So the notes I've got to do with that as well. There's a little bit more to February. And then I'll read the side notes. Entry light forces you to spark and to continue. You are this creative source. The power is in how you choose to acknowledge this source in all of you, in us. And you're not there forever, so make the most of what you can and would like to do for highest and best outcomes for your planet now. So it's very simple and a brief outline, but it is the time where we can do that more now. Like, it is surfacing, we have more light, wisdom, access from what we've been doing. It's only going to get stronger as you acknowledge this as true power. We are living in extraordinary times as we realize the power of the light within us becomes the world we want. We are extraordinary when we fully recognize this. I can create the world I want when I know it comes from with and within the choices I make. With the light and within the choices I make with the light. And therefore create in this world. So February is a part of that growth platform that we sort of burst into the new fresh air. And this is really important, even though it seems like a simple summary. It doesn't need to be any more difficult or different than that, because it's really a precious kind of time from what we've been working towards a lot of our lives. So that's what we would expect is happening in our lives and changing our world. So it's Wisdom February. The more we acknowledge it, this is true power, it's only going to get stronger. So then into March, we've got change, shake up in March. Starts to be permanent. The start of permanent shifts. So in the acknowledgement of February energy, onward, so we're carrying that wisdom onward. It's like birth, fresh air, platform, growth. Onwards and upwards we rise. Foundational light, fundamentally, of this creation energy and power of choice. If you haven't taken the reins by now, you could fall off. So it's not detrimental sounding if you're listening to this because you're well aware you're listening, because you do the conscious work. It's when, like I said, if you haven't kind of acknowledged that you are part of a bigger plan, then in this fire horse year, there is a building momentum towards taking the reins, or you could find yourself like falling off. As we are a group of energy globally taking off, are you ready? So it is that shake up. For what your heart wants from the February, how does it speak to you this February? And are you ready to take on not only what you want, with the support and the acknowledgement that you can have what you want from that light source that you are. So for me, it is a bit of a visual. And when I get the visual, like I feel the power of that light. So to describe it, I'm not sure if I'm getting it across to you, but if you're feeling an emphasis that you're supported a bit more this year, having gone through some resilience and strengthening, you feel a bit stronger, there's been a definite growth, you feel like you're in this air now and you're ready to take on the power that's available, that you are. Then you're ready for permanent shift. So a change shake up in March. And because shifts are permanent now by March. Like we're into something. And now moving on, because this is a flow reading. It's not like you definitely have to go, okay, it's February now. But although it still does feel that way as well, to tell you the truth. As I was writing this, it was like 1st of February today. It was like, yeah, we really need to make sure we're accepting a sort of a higher wholeness view and the wisdom we're connected to with that, because it is Wisdom February. So it's not a thinking kind of thing. It's a energy supportive support, and that's what we get to now for April. So the energy is a build, fluctuation, a rising up of energy and assistance to meet a drop feeling, which is going to be about illusions and balance. So although there might be a feeling of dropping from some illusions, not being supported, we have been assisting the balance of what we want on the planet, and that's why there is not support in some illusions anymore, and we all know this is occurring, but April is a feeling that this is going to happen. By the 10th and 12th, a spring up energy is seen. Overall, by the 10th, between the 10th and the 12th, spring up energy is seen, and afterward and into September, ease. That's an overall thing, like from April to September, that whatever's going to occur around this time is heading on a journey into ease by the last quarter of the year. But let's talk about April. A wave of surprise captured in the rise. We will find delight. So what I've got, it's not too much. From the 1st to the 7th, a swell is occurring. We kind of know it's coming. We see it. So there might be something happening, or we feel it, and we can't deny the feeling of it. Some of us might see it and be directly involved in it, and some of us just might know that something is coming. And by the 14th, we're up in the swell. We're up in it. So hold your space. Again, it's not detrimental unless, like I said, you can see the swell, you're in it, like something is going on fully for you. I'm not into projecting how this occurs and happens for each of us. But just know that, like I said, there is a balancing occurring. So whatever's got to go in this swell and drop, we've just got to maintain our grounding. But there is going to be surprised, captured in the rise, and we will find delight. By the 14th, we're up in it. Hold your space, any grounding you've developed. And so we've done, and we're going to do pretty well by this time. By April, we would have started the new year out, found some balance through anything else we had to go through. We're into the supportive energy. March, definitely foundational, light, fundamental, and continue like with power of our choice, taking the reins. And then so by the 14th, up in it, any space you've developed, any grounding you've developed. The lift is collective mindset. So the swell lift is collective mindset, and some may feel crash into the empty feeling coming. So when the swell passes, some may feel the crash of the illusions into the empty feeling. So they may feel it coming. And then, we'll all be in it. To some extent, however, that happens. And I really feel like it's got to do with definitely things that are hidden, because some illusions have controlled various parts and groups of the collective. So we're all going to feel something. So it's kind of like when you're at the beach and that swell is coming and you don't know if it's going to crash into a wave, like if it's going to rise and take you in on a wave, or if this swell of water is just going to sort of lift you, feet off the ground, rise. So when you're in that rise and your feet are off the sand, we can all feel a little bit, oof, like how far up is this going to take us? If we've felt the swell coming, it's got something to do with life, and we know it's going to change something in the collective mindset, then we'll be fearing the drop. But if we're not, drawn into any illusions and have anything to lose due to illusions, we're just going to enjoy the rise. So that's the surprise captured in the rise. We will find delight. And we are a conscious collective that have been doing the conscious work. So, and if there is anything that we are unconscious of, because we're not perfect human beings, then at that time, it will probably come into our awareness. But it doesn't feel like specific personal shifts, this reading. This is more like something of a collective effect. So by the 14th, we're up in it. Hold your space, any grounding you've developed. So any knowing that everything's going to be okay, the world is going through stuff, Trust yourself, maintain that grounding development, centering. So just enjoy what you can as this passes through, and do what you can, because that's what's coming in April. The lift is collective mindset. Some may feel a crash into the empty feeling coming. By the 21st, in the what seems empty space for usual consciousness, so it's like a clearing of sorts, it's going to take with it empty space for usual consciousness to fill. So what seems empty space in this time period by the 21st, it is when we'll feel, those that are not in the crashing of illusions, because they'll have to deal with those things, we'll feel it's time. We'll feel, I got the visual of like, you know, how sometimes you can see rays of sunlight coming through the cloud, and like you just get this gorgeous view of like light golden or strong light shooting out, and it's definite. You can hold the view for a while, you can enjoy it, and if you want, it does speak to you energetically, because we see these things for reasons. It's not just a beautiful world, like it is vibrational. So by the 21st, in what seems empty space for usual consciousness to fill, it would fill it. It is when we'll feel shooting up inspirational lights. So feeling like from us. Could be one strong kind of direction, could be like some really nice surprise and delight, inspiration of some sort. It's a feeling like we can really be of assistance of some sort. Perhaps we've wanted to do something and it's building now and it's just opened up. So they're speaking to us right now and onwards, built. So I think this is going to be a reoccurrence. Feeling like we can really be of assistance right now and onwards, built. Give form or attention to these lights of your inspiration, strong guiding light of yours. Listen, hope, wonder, and act on these congruently. So take the time to take the steps that are accurate to what it's speaking. You don't have to delay and like really think it through. Just feel into it. Perhaps do some meditation, perhaps go for walks, perhaps do something in creativity that just, you're not going to let go of that inspiration. You're going to make space for it, and you'll decide, because it's like a physical form is going to support it. That's why it's important to connect with, with light. So with meditation or airflow, ease, joy, being with those that would just want to have a joyful occasion, or anything that brings a lighter feeling. It's good to spend time doing that, so that the inspirational shooting of light from you, you'll have more space for this to manifest. You'll be supported. And that goes into like balancing your inner world, creates your outer world. And onwards, Bill, give form and attention to these lights of your inspiration, strong guiding lights of yours. Listen, hope, wonder, and act on these congruently for our support. Now, this is guidance of our guidance teams. Act on these congruently. So you've taken the time, you're going to act on something. I feel that if it's like, from the visual, there's like strong, definite sunlight, or there's those beautiful streams of strong sunlight that are lighter in color. Kind of feels like those are the ones where some of us are going to act on things quicker. It's just like this flow we're going to follow, and it's going to shine out. And the other one feels like there's been something grounded for a while, and nearly like it's just going to happen for you with your awareness surrounding it, supporting it. It's just like a definite path. Yeah. So it's going to be a pretty cool time. And not that we have to wait till April. So please don't ever look into anyone's energy overview as, oh, I should wait for April. No, because we're getting inspiration all the time. That's a part of life. This is just because there's been massive changes and still is. And they just want us to know that we are one with the light and supported by the light through these changes. So it's kind of easier to notice and lighter energy for follow through, because this is what we came for, not what we've seen happening. Wonder and act on these congruently. For our support is always yours. When you act on your, as your love acts. Congruently, for our support is always yours. Act as your love acts. They are always supporting our love in action. So something that brings us inspiration, hope, action. What were the other words of description? Listening, hope, wonder, and act. So I think I covered all of that. And then May. May is a landing feeling of having grounded something foundationally. Inspired, followed, feel result in the grounding, new awareness, thoughts, or actions all manifest. Now, hear me out to finish this. All manifest, taking form, sprouts, you could say. Growing, like what's true for you. It's taking hold. It's growth in capital letters. Something is growing. That's true for you. Starting from February, the beginning landing on that growth platform. Seen or unseen, but knowing in feeling. So you may not see these manifestations or a manifestation yet, but on various levels, you have a knowing in feeling. Just wondering of an example. Well, it happens every day, actually. Like you could say with the past years, we've wanted things and easily they've been in distraction energy. And we haven't given much attention to them. But now it's a knowing and feeling, whether it's unseen or seen. Things are supported. Like, they're not going anywhere. This is what we came for. So, like, distractions can't easily take them away anymore. It's like we have a clearer, fresher air support in our atmosphere where the distortion of various negativities being held back. A lot of that is cleared, and there's so much light entering the planet. I don't know if anyone, wherever you are, sat under the moon, the full moon, as I did last night, or early hours this morning. But as I was looking in one direction, I could see, and I would turn my head and still see it, light streams. And the moon was over here, so it wasn't a moonlight. That was surrounding me, that was lovely. But this was like in the other direction. So, and I've also seen various light streams across the sky, vertically. So the lighter we get, the more we'll see that. So I just want you to know that we are immensely supported by that light we are one with. So yes, growth. Starting from February, beginning landing, seen or unseen, but knowing and feeling. The magic of May, that's what they call it. We need this magic of our fruition, so the fruition feeling, or we might be seeing it. We need this magic of our fruition, growth cycle feeling. So actually that things are happening for us. Growth cycle feeling to further stabilize us. So it helps us, obviously, knowing that we're going through a conscious, light, evolutionary shift upwards. Knowing we are on a /the journey of more. It is a journey of much, much more. And so too, our firm understanding that we are creating a place of true heart space. True to ourselves, true to all of us. For those that want to follow the path of opening up, this is what's true for all of us. And so we are supported by it, we're aware we're supported by it, and yeah, so it's true for all of us. We need the magic landing awareness. It is depth. Depth is also height, to see through what is coming. So obviously, if something like that is happening in April, what's to come, I feel, in the next video after I sit with, I'm not sure if it'll be the whole rest of the year or 2 other sittings, because I need to feel into it and accurately articulate it. And I couldn't do that all at once for the whole year, because when I got to I think it was March, I was like, okay then, that's good. Do we need to know the rest of the year? Because just really feels we're landing in a place that's well-deserved acknowledgement of us and a part of the amazingness of what we're a part of. So it is like you can take a big breath. All right. So as I said, I hope you get something out of that, or get a lot out of it, and at least sit with some of it. Look back, maybe listen again if you don't remember it, and just realize how far you do come, we do come, in the fact that we are supported. Integral respect 2026 for what we cannot see. But as always, their support is always our support. As your love acts. Okay. Bye for now, everyone. See you again soon.